Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Slumberland. It's a movie starring Jason Momoa and whoever the main actress, girl, chick person's supposed to be. So, as always, I'm going to give the good, the bad, and the furry. The furry, I guess Jason Momoa's character? Kinda? He's got like ears and horns and hooves and... Yeah, we'll go with him. Furry. Okay. So, this movie is about this little girl whose dad is like her whole world. They run a lighthouse, and then the dad dies tragically, and so she's shipped off to go live with somebody else, and like she starts having these dreams of these people, and they seem to line up with things that are happening in the real world, and what she's going to do about that, and what's supposed to be happening there. I don't want to give away too much more than that, because I think a lot of the fun of this story is the exploring of the world and what does or doesn't affect things and how things come about. So this is definitely a kid's movie, I would say, but I still had fun with it. So with this movie, it is also very stylized, especially in the dream world. They do it in such a way so that, like, the real world versus the dream world, I think that A, you can kind of tell, but B, it's not just like, how to put it? It's not like, oh, everything's perfect, and then film grain terrible, like, totally changed. Get it? Get it? Because we're in the dream world? Get it? But I still do think that it's just different enough that you're never, like, confused of, like, is this the real world or the dream world type of thing, which I think was a good choice. The other thing is that I think that this, I'd say like 90% of the movie, in the dream world especially, I swear it was just filmed on a green screen. It's not like you see, like, when there's shitty green screen where, like, you can see the little things on the backs and, like, you can see the bits of green coming through. It's all fuzzy. It's not that so much as it's a very stylized world. If you ever watch Ultraviolet or Sky Captain: The World of Tomorrow, I think that if those had been made today, they might have looked more like this, where, you know, it's realistic CGI, but in a world that you know and in a way that you know just wouldn't exist, and just how they interact with things. Like, it's not like Pinocchio, where, like, the hands never meet up properly and, like, oh, things are just terrible. Like, it's not shitty CGI. It's just, I'm going to call it stylized CGI. So if you like that style, then great. I think that you might enjoy this. If you don't like very stylized world setup and just, again, it's not like a film grain like Sky Captain: The World of Tomorrow, but still kind of the same principle of, like, much of it I think is green screen and interacting thereof. So that being said, props to the main actress chick, who I'm sure must have been acting against just straight up green screen. And from what I hear from the special features of various movies, when you're just, like, acting against a tennis ball and being like, that's a big scary dragon. I'm not saying there's a big scary dragon in this, or that there isn't a big scary dragon in this. I'm just saying that's an example of, like, oh, there's a big scary dragon, and, like, you have to act against a tennis ball. It's like, ah, scary dragon. So the fact that I thought that she did well throughout is really good, because with kids' movies, it really depends on the kid. Now, I don't think she was, like, the absolute best kid actress out there ever. You know, that's a pretty high bar, but she did really well. And Jason Momoa, I think, did this movie because I feel like maybe he just wanted to be in a movie that he could show his kids, if he has kids. I don't know if he has kids. But he looked like he was just having a fantastic time the entire time this was being filmed. I don't know, maybe the conditions were absolutely terrible and grueling and horrible, but it felt like, and good for him, he felt like he was having a grand old time with this movie. And so I also had a grand old time with this movie. So this is just, it's a fun time. They have a decent soundtrack, and none of it was bad. The storyline is fun. It's a kid's movie, and, like, I shouldn't have been surprised by some things, but, like, a couple times I was like, oh, aha, oh, that's neat how they did the things. So I think that you will probably also have a good time, especially if you like Jason Momoa and you're watching my channel, so you probably like furry too. So furry Jason Momoa, what could go wrong? Not much. Okay, that's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.